This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
Hello, and welcome back to the show. We are excited to have our friend Vera joining us here again. Pleasure to see him once a week and to talk more about communication is really what it comes down to. I mean, he is such a great communicator, I must say, helping those out there, coaching with love, relationships, and so much more. Let me have the man of the hour say hello to everyone, and please introduce yourself, darling. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm changing my name so people can have, most of a chance to get in touch with me. I just will have to put the M there for calm. And here we go. So for people who haven't attended any of the previous shows, I'll give you a very short rundown about who I am and why I have this incredible passion for nonviolent communication and language for lovers in particular. So in 2001, I met Dr. Marshall Rosenberg, who was one of the most successful therapists in Chicago. And in 2004, I started teaching nonviolent communication, a language for connection. He also called it the language of the heart. And I told him I wanted to create a course for intimate lovers. And so he turned me on to a book called The Future of Love, and I found really helpful information. So, so that was like 20, 21 years ago, and I'm retired, which just to say I'm no longer working as the IT person for the Center for Nonviolent Communication and holding classes all around the country. But I just couldn't give up language for lovers. So what we've been doing over the last few weeks is taking a look at a document that I created that talks about how to talk to your lover in such a way that you create connection, whereas we tend to talk to our lover in ways that create disconnection. Why didn't you? You're so selfish, blah, 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 blah. And then we wonder why we're unhappy in our relationship. Duh. Okay. So, so I came down to New Mexico quite a number of years ago now to be the IT person, which means I was talking to certified trainers all around the world. And it turned out that I was a little over ambitious. When you work like 18 hours a day, 7 days a week,
Oh, gosh.
because you're,
Yeah.
yeah, talking to people all over the world, uh, it can lead to what's called the 12th stage of the 12 stages of burnout syndrome. So I won't talk about the years between then and now, but I am just thrilled to be able to work with people now and to help people who are. When Joe, when I started this course, I was creating it for people who were engaged, so they could enter their relationship with some tools that would really help. And what I got were people who said, "Pan, if this doesn't work, we're going to file for divorce." So I've helped quite a few couples in that process. And I only had a couple not get divorced one time, excuse me,
Sure.
uh, once. And and I love doing this so much because when I start, this is what the couple looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And when I end, this is what they look like. Why? Because they learned how to talk to each other. They learned how to ask for what they want. They learned how to speak up without guilt, shame, or blame when things aren't going in a way that they like. So, uh, to give you an example of how this can work, I'm going to get married this month. And
Aw.
yeah, and when my partner and I have difficult times, because we will have difficult times, Daphne Kingsma, the person who wrote that book, says we think we found somebody who's going to make us happy for the rest of our life. And then she appends, but our soul had a different idea. We
Yeah.
found somebody who's going to irritate us in the way that we need to grow. So
Aw.
That's my thing. And that's what I love to do. And that's what I'd love to do for you, dear listeners. And so there, I'll pick up uh, anything you think I should add, Jill?
No, well, I thought, are you going to share your screen today?
I am.
Okay, perfect. I wasn't sure if you were supposed to be sharing it as you're talking, and I'm like, wait, it's not there. I should tell him. I'm like, because I thought you were actually going over some of the stuff already. You confused me, but no, we
Yeah.
want to hear more. Yeah, there's a lot of things I think that you learn over time with wisdom.
Uh-huh.
And I know you've been doing this for quite some time. And sometimes we don't get things right, whether it's marriage, whether it's life, whether it's career. But one thing usually I think time gives us wiseness, right? But not everybody still gets wise enough to succeed, to get it. And it all takes us our own pace. So don't feel so bad, right? So coming
Yes.
to someone like you may be in your 20s, you may be in your 80s, who knows, right? But there's help for everyone out there, and you're living proof, and so am I. That things happen at different times, but it's always good to have that person holding your hand, guiding you side by side. Yeah,
All right. So I will share my screen
sure.
and hopefully you will see a couple on two sides of a bridge, either sides of a bridge.
Yeah,
And that, yes. So um, I'm going to give you a link to download this file. If not today, the next time that we do our sessions
sure.
together. It's got 76 different ways to talk to your lover.
Hmm.
And so, and to tell you the truth, the way this thing came about was there was a marriage counselor who was very successful and had a lot of people who come to him. And he had a list called the New Rules of Marriage. And the new rules of marriage were all things not to do.
Yeah.
And people find it hard to do a not. It just doesn't work the way our brain works. So I interpreted that information in the way that we would say it using this language of connection, nonviolent communication. So let's explore ways to protect and connect simultaneously, ensuring a healthy balance between independence and intimacy. So I hope that's pretty clear. You may need and want to take an NVC course uh, to really learn how to do this. But
Yeah.
instead of saying, when you said so and so, I felt that you were just being out of bounds and it was really awful what you did. And I'm folding my arms across my chest, and it's up to you to make things better. Well, that didn't work out very well. So, we're going to talk about ways to protect and connect simultaneously. When you're frustrated, talk to your partner. Talk to your partner and tell them what happened, sound waves or light waves, why you're not enjoying the emotions that you're currently experiencing, and make a request
Mm-hmm.
to meet your needs.
Yeah.
For simple things. And you can do it in far less than 30 words. I did
Okay.
have one client who would use maybe 300 words and still not get what she wanted out of it. So just talk to your partner and use those precious tools: observation, feeling, needs, and request.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So, one of the things that tends to happen when you're first falling in love with someone is you just want to be with them all the time.
Oh,
Yeah, they make you so happy. You're
yeah.
flooded with these endorphins. So we tend to step on each other's boundaries and we don't say anything about it because we love them and we don't want them to feel bad. So instead, work on developing functional boundaries, ensuring we're protected yet open to genuine connection.
Mm-hmm.
So oftentimes I have noticed that things that happen when a person was growing up or when they were in previous relationships trigger that person. And if we think that that person knows exactly what we were experiencing,
Yeah.
we're in trouble because we never know exactly what another person has experienced because their experiences are developed from the past,
Yeah.
not in the present moment. So we need to have some boundaries. Let's take a look at what those boundaries might be.
Sure.
So, yeah, how can we cultivate flexible protection of
Mm-hmm.
functional boundaries to enhance our connection and understanding? And you want to make these rules or these agreements up as they occur in your relationship.
Okay.
Don't wait until you're so triggered that all you want to do is, well, we won't talk about what you want to do because after all, we don't want to do that. Okay. So let's discuss how managing shame healthily can support our self-esteem and
Yeah.
contribute to a healthier relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So, how can we know that we're experiencing shame?
Mm-hmm.
Connect that to what it is that caused that feeling to show up and share what's going on with us with our partner in a way that they say thank you instead of saying you're so mean or whatever normally would come up.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, in the work that I do with couples, we go deeper into the grandiosity. I'm so perfect. I don't know. I don't know why you're not as perfect as I am. Or shame. I'm so unworthy. Blah blah blah. And recognize their impact in working towards healthier interactions. So, as a footnote here, oftentimes people are afraid to talk about what their shame is.
Mm-hmm.
And oftentimes they really want to talk about what the other person that's doing
Yeah.
that's making things so uncomfortable. So we have to come to a way to share what's going on with us without hearing or expressing shame, blame, or criticism. So we spend more time understanding the dynamics of shame and grandiosity so we can empathize with each other. Empathizing with each other says, I'm guessing you're feeling really frustrated right now,
Mm-hmm.
and that you're wanting to have more space and room to express yourself. Is that what's going on with you? And then how can we support one another in facing these
Mm-hmm.
challenges? You come up with agreements. They're not complicated. What if we meet for dinner on Thursday night at 7 o'clock and we'll
Aw.
discuss what's happening with us and see if we can find a way to meet each other's needs?
Yeah.
Uh, Marshall used to say over and over again, I did attend 400 hours of his trainings because I was part of the committee that brought him to where the communities were. And he would say, you're never more powerful than when you're vulnerable. Most people think that they will lose power
Mm-hmm.
if they express themselves vulnerably, but the opposite tends to happen. If we can express vulnerably what's going on with us, we can take risks together to foster and recreate a passionate,
Mm-hmm.
healthy relationship. Okay, so one of the Marshall actually modified his work a number of years after he started because he realized from the studies that needs are at the heart of everything that human beings do.
Yeah.
No matter how tragic the strategy is, we're always trying to get our needs met. And if we can encourage each other to express our needs openly and without fear, then we build our relationship stronger
Mm-hmm.
and more lovingly. Okay, so instead of
Aw.
criticism, How can we foster a spirit of generosity? By focusing on understanding and positive feedback.
Mm,
And if you can identify what happened that generated an
yeah.
emotion, not a judgment, but an emotion that you have, you don't have to express what that really means.
Yeah.
We focus on understanding and positive feedback by saying, I guess when I did this, you felt that, and you're looking for this to happen. And within tiny number of words, we
Mm-hmm.
can unravel what would otherwise take books.
Yeah.
So if we could just understand that we all have the same needs and we all have the same emotions, we get those two things expressed, we're 85% of the way there. So let's commit to being upfront about our needs and our concerns.
Yeah.
How can this openness prevent resentment and enhance our relationship? Well, since this is how you do it, you say, when you did this, I had a reaction that was like that. And I'm guessing that what I really needed is this other thing, a concretely, clearly, positively expressed request is not just about getting what you want, but
Mm-hmm.
it's about making sure that you and your partner are on the same page. Because once that happens, the rest follows quite easily. So, reflecting on our needs, how can we support each other in fulfilling them? We'll be creating a cycle of generosity and understanding.
Mm,
So, one that I hear quite a bit is you wanted to go so and so, and we went so and so last 3 times that we decided what we're going to do. And I want to do this and this. And I feel like you're suggesting what to do is a demand that's put upon me. So that's not going to work very well. But if we say, how about this time we do this,
yeah.
and next time we'll go to your parents' house for Christmas, because we both really
Compromise.
love spending time with our family.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the ways, the tools that we use, very simple tools to make sure that everybody in the relationship, both people, are able to meet their needs while they're meeting your needs without conflict. So these are natural cycles of harmony and disharmony in our relationships.
Yeah.
And we want to work together to repair and deepen our connection. So another thing Daphne Kingsma talked about, and what was behind her statement, the one who's going to irritate us most in the way we need to grow, is that by having a partner who's on the same page with you, you can amazingly un, open yourself up to deeper trust, love, and connection. Okay, before we speak, let's reflect on our intentions. So, something happened with my partner.
Okay.
I'm feeling angry and upset, and so
Mm-hmm.
on. And I really want to get away from that anger and make sure that when I talk with my partner, it's constructive. So, how can we ensure our words foster understanding and closeness? How can our words and actions empower rather than disable each other, fostering a relationship where we both feel capable and supported? The NVC tools are absolutely fantastic to
Mm-hmm.
accomplish these aims. So, empowerment within our relationship is key to generosity. If I can make it clear to my partner that I want to hear what's going on with my partner, And then I will hear that in a way that doesn't hear criticism or evaluation or diagnosis. Then we can both feel empowered and valued. This is the other thing. Celebrating and managing our differences can strengthen our bond. A lot of couples that have come to me don't really realize that their partner experiences their world differently than you do. And so they think that's a problem. It's not a problem. If we're curious and respectful, we can learn about our partner and our partner's life and their preferences far more quickly than any other technique. So, introducing positive emotions can transform our interactions. So, how can we foster positive emotions in our relationship? The answer to that question is before we talk to our partner, we get really clear with ourselves what we're feeling, what we're experiencing, what we're needing, and what request I could possibly make with my partner to make sure that both of our needs are getting met. So if you notice that you're just coming back exploding because you were so triggered, give yourself some time, set aside, get a pen and paper out, and really get clear about what it is you're wanting and start ignoring what you don't want. Where you put your attention, you create your life.
Mm-hmm.
So put your attention on the positive things in your relationship. Even if it's not there yet, it will get there with your request. So these tools, I think I've said this about 25 times, but you know what I'm going to say. These tools really work. So, how do we do this? Let's be clear about our needs.
Yeah.
Let's translate intangible desires into actionable requests. So, I want to feel closer to you. Would you please feel closer to me?
Yeah.
Do you want me to sit next to you? That's not a request. A request is clear. I would like you to spend 30 minutes talking with me at dinner about this topic so we both can explore to how we can get our needs for X, Y, or Z met. And we listen to what would work for the other person. We express clearly what would work for us. And then we go back and forth. Well, I'd like to do that for you, but what wouldn't work for me is this. Oh, well, I can adjust to this. Let's do it. Okay. Where am I? Okay. In repair, this process we call repair, one of us asks for help and the other listens. When you need repair when you're not really going back and forth and considering everyone together. One partner or the other or both are so triggered that it's hard to listen to each other. So if one person, basically the person in the greatest pain, feels free to express themselves fully, and the other person feels free to keep their ears open and their mouth shut until the clarity of what's going to work is evolved.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what leads to the moonlit look that I was showing at the beginning of this. So, understanding that repair is a one sided process can help us. So, how can we support the partner in need of repair? Setting aside our own needs momentarily. So this is what's important. We're
Mm-hmm.
not abandoning our own needs.
Yeah.
We're not refusing to express our emotions. We're just setting aside this time for the more troubled partner, knowing that that will lead to a time for us to be the person asking for help and understanding and compassion. Yeah, and this is key. When listening during relationship repair, our only goal should be to support each other. How can we best offer this support?
Mm-hmm.
So, besides letting them talk and keeping our needs for later, we need to offer the support totally focused on what's going on with our beloved partner. And if we get triggered while he or she is talking, we bookmark that so we can get back to it at a later time. But we're going to be fully present for each other
Yeah.
during their time. Because truly listening to each other is the foundation of understanding. And how can we practice listening with our whole hearts? I emphasize hearts. Listening with your mind will lead to judgment, analysis, blame, and shame. That
Mm-hmm.
is our culture, unfortunately, but it's there. But if you listen with your heart, with your emotional being, then you will be able to find situations where that was going on in your life and develop greater understanding of what's going on with your partner.
Got it. All right, and we are out of time. We got 1.5 minutes left, so we got to kind of wrap up here today.
Okay, so I will stop the share.
You're
Jill,
so
I'm
good at
so
this.
happy to have this opportunity to share what I'm sharing with people. It's just really, it's what my life is all about now. So if you're interested in going deeper, please go to this website, languageforlovers.com. If you go there, you'll be able to download the entire list of the recommendations that I make for free. And you can also set an appointment with me. So we can talk together on the phone or on Zoom, and I can help myself understand how I can help you and help you understand how the process that I talk about can become your process as well.
Perfect. Thank you. One more time, the website.
Language for lovers.
Mm-hmm.
For what are for what's that? Okay, I'll tell you what that is. Thank you for asking. In every relationship, there are 4 relationships. Partner A's relationship with partner A. Partners B relationship with themselves.
No.
If I run into a couple, well, one or other of them does not have a good relationship with themselves,
No.
I work with them to help them discover what a beautiful person they are, in spite of their self judgments and criticisms.
Oh,
So once that's done, those 2 relationships are working. We have partner A's relationship with partner B.
all right.
And much to most people's surprise, partner B's relationship with partner A is not the same relationship.
No.
So as we share, we got even closer because we're no longer thinking that the person should be responding the same way that I would in that situation.
All right. We got to run. Sorry. Thank you so much. Have
All
a great
right.
day. We'll talk next week. All right.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.